What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dokkan battle video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be taking a look mainly at the new LR Jiren. He is at 55% for my personal Jiren copy, and then the friend unit over here, he, I believe, is rainbowed, but he's not max link level 10 or anything like that, so he's really just here as like a powerhouse support, as like another Jiren character. Um, Please do forgive me, my voice is kind of weak, so I'm just gonna mainly be talking over like the important parts. So if it gets a little quiet here and there, I'm trying to like let my throat rest a little bit. Um, but here we are seeing Jiren. He is very similar to Broly. Just right off the bat, that is something I will tell you guys. He's very similar to Broly, to where you want to really have him in like one of those first two slots, and then there are certain moments when you're trying to get like a certain crit hit, and you can put him in like a second or third slot as the attacker. Um, but he is going to mainly retain around a lot of defense. Now, with Jiren being a defensive character, um, he's going to be a great linking character for the UI Gokus, AGL Goku and Tech UI Goku. He's a little bit iffy when you pair him up with the STR UI Goku, but as for the AGL, he's probably going to be the best one, because from what I've seen, right when you put Jiren and the AGL UI next to each other, Jiren automatically gets like, I think it's like five or six links light up right when you put them next to the AGL UI Goku. So with that being said, you know, when you build them up as like character wise, you don't have to really utilize so much crit and like, you know, trying to focus so much on like his attack and whatnot, because like I said, he's going to be that defensive wall that's going to be there to actually back up your UI Gokus and whatnot. Um, Let me see. We should finish this off with Goku. Yeah, Goku finished it off right there. So I did want to just try him out within this movie Frieza RedZone stage. I figured it's a decent stage to like test out a new character that's only 55%. I do want to at least show you guys a dub, so I didn't want to jump into anything too harsh right now. Now we finally have Jiren, my personal Jiren, in his standby mode. So keeping in mind, even from his base, we get the key +8, and then his attack and defense goes up by 350%. And then he also disables the action of the enemy to hit by the character's attack once within the turn from the character's entry turn. This is a little confusing sentence. Then he also reduces damage received by 50%. Then going into a standby mode, he's going to reduce damage even more. And then he also gives, I think it's a 70%. Yeah, he gives a 70% attack boost to all of his allies. And then he changes a lot of random key spheres to AGL key spheres. So that is something to keep in mind, is that he's a big damage reducer type of character. And then that standby mode that he's in, he doesn't really attack. He just stands by as like a big guarding wall. See, and then he basically just guards against attacks. But his defense goes up by 350%. That's what really puts his defense up like that. And then all of your allies get the key +3, and then even from his base, that damage reduction carries over by that 50%. Yeah. And these guys with their EZA, they're a great, you know, like little backup character to link up with them and just throw on the team with them. Now we see Golden Frieza. Now the standby can be activated from the third turn from character's entry. So pretty sure. So it's pretty much looking like once you have one Jiren in standby, you can't have the other one in standby either. I mean, it pretty much makes sense. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when the standby mode ends, he gets the key +3, and then his attack goes up by 30% for 3 turns. So at standby mode, he's basically just building up a lot of potential, like just stacked full power to actually use once you get him transformed. Then this meter right here, as you see, we just got to 30. That's going to be that's our indication for next turn, to where he's going to be ready to actually transform, and we can utilize that. Because I know his key is going to go up hella from like his super attacks. Yeah, so oh wait, so his additional keys, or yeah, the key and the attack goes up from like these different states. Oh yeah, and then one thing I do want to point out that we will see in just a few moments is that if you have the tech LR UI Goku, once you get him transformed and we see that domain go up, man, Jiren gets so much of a buff from just that, because once you actually see like how powerful UI Goku really is next to Jiren, you then start to see how powerful Jiren is next to UI Goku. It's kind of like just that vice versa type of setup, because they both transform and then they both have like supremely powerful effects after they actually transform. So on this one, I have him in slot 1. We weren't able to transform UI Goku on this turn, but I wasn't really too worried about it. Because even then, we're still going to see just how insane this guy really is. Man, they really went ham with his animations, man. Those animations are beautiful. You can tell they definitely like switched up and did some zoom ins and stuff compared to his older like full power animation. No, yeah, probably the best link is going to pop up in like the next rotation. So when we finally get this transformed Jiren alongside my HEL UI Goku, man, that damage is going to be insane. I promise you. And yeah, I did pop a Susu here because I got a little bit concerned, because this Frieza stage, it can catch you off guard sometimes. It really can, if you're not paying attention to like which character you're putting in like which slot. Come on, Jiren. So at full power transformed, he's going to be averaging. He's going to average anywhere from like at least 10 mil to 13, 14 mil, just on like his first super attack. That's crazy. We got UI, of course. He's type advantage too, so with that dodge that I basically put on this man, and then he has hella dodge installed to him, Tech LR Goku is basically like one of the best things that has happened to the TOP team, man. He's definitely in like the top 5 like conversation when it comes to me. And then in Vegeta, he's honestly a big like defensive wall, very similar to Jiren, to be honest with you. You know what? I don't think I got to see LR Jiren with AGL Goku in this fight. I think it was a different challenge that I did, because in the next rotation, yeah, we're gonna get my transformed Jiren with the Tech LR Goku, but I'm gonna be able to transform UI Goku, so we'll be all good. Man, I can't wait to eat some soup after I'm done with this video, man. Yes, sir. Then one thing to keep in mind too is that even though this team is like solid as hell, like you can go into a certain event and Jiren will just get slapped just because of the type advantage fact. Like I went into what was it? One of the Supreme Magnificent battles. It was either that or a different event, and I just got freaking smacked, bro. My Jiren got smacked. The fight didn't even start like that, bro. Let's go. Now, the next video that I upload, like I said, it's going to be Supreme Magnificent Battles. We really just call it the Blue Zones now. That's what everybody's calling them within the Dokkan community. So with that being said, that's going to be like the next video that I upload with some Jiren content, because I do want to put him on a actual extreme team so I can see him next to Broly, Cell Max. So we can have, you know what I'm saying, gonna be a fire thumbnail for that video, man. So I can't wait to actually see how he actually works on like a stacked extreme team instead of like a super or like a Universe 11 team. So we got the other Jiren in standby, and that really just made my Jiren even more powerful. So that's crazy. And my UI Goku. That's crazy. Now, this is the big hit that Jiren actually stacks up to. He gets the 400% attack and defense increase with the key plus 11. Let's go. 30 mil. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I do have the his link down in the description below for the English translations if you guys want to read up on the kit. But I know for the last part of the video, I'm gonna go into some details about his kit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the fight part. If you guys stuck around this long, I thank you guys. All right, you guys, we are at the end of the video. We're just going to briefly touch on Jiren's kit. I know everybody's attention span is not the best, so I just wanted to go ahead and jump straight into the meat and potatoes of the fight. And then now we're going to just go over the details of the kit for people that have made it all the way through the video. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are the ones who really keep me going. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. With the leader skill, he does have 2 different leader skills. The one that we are going to utilize the most, though, is Universe Survival Saga. The grants the category key +3 in HP, then the attack and defense of 200%. So with that being said, why I said that is because we don't have a super powerful Universe 11 team right now. So that Universe Survival Saga category is basically going to be the main leader skill that you want to utilize. Now with his kit, within his base stage, he does get the key +8, then the attack and defense of 350%. He then disables the action of the enemy hit by the character's attack once within the turn from the character's start of entry. He then reduces damage received by 50%. He gets the additional attack and defense of 50% whenever he actually attacks. Then he gets a additional 100% in his attack, and then that chance of becoming a critical hit is very high, and then the additional damage reduction of 11% as the second or third attacker in a turn. So with that being said, he's more of a stacking character that does a lot of damage reduction and then holds up defense-wise. Now his standby skill, that actually triggers from the third turn from his entry. So he comes in that first turn, second turn goes by, the third turn comes back around, standby mode is now ready to activate. He stands by for 5 turns. The charge count does increase by 1 per key spear obtained by his allies. So with that being said, while he's in this standby mode, he does not attack. So keep that in mind, but he does hold up a defensive wall. He gets a additional 350% with his defense, and then all of the allies' key is increased by 3. The damage received is then reduced by 50%, and then he gets the additional damage reduction of 11% per key sphere obtained. He then gets the additional defense of 100% whenever receiving an attack, and then he randomly changes key spheres, anything but AGL to AGL key spheres. So he's a defensive character, and then he's a key sphere type character. You want to make sure he gets into the standby phase as fast as possible, so he can basically just start stacking up defense, start reducing the damage your allies are taking. He can then get key spheres changed between him and AGL UI Goku. AGL UI Goku is probably going to be one of the best leaking partners in like a rotation when it comes to this guy. That AGL UI Goku and the Tech UI Goku. Those are going to be some of the best leaking partners for this guy. And then of course Topo and Dispo. Now when we talk about his transformed state, briefly talking about that, it's not too much. But the main thing you want to take away is that he gets the key +11, then the attack and defense goes up by 400%. Now, Tech UI Goku, when he transforms, he gets the attack and defense of 300%. But between him transformed and Tech UI Goku transformed, they basically have some very similar kit abilities. Now, Jiren, he reduces the damage received by 60%. He can also foresee enemy super attacks for a additional damage reduction of 11% for 1 turn from his entry. Then he also grants the additional attack and defense of 111% whenever he actually attacks. Then he has a great chance of performing a critical hit, plus additional chance of performing a critical hit of 11% with each super attack performed. So you want to get this guy stacking up with that attack and defense. And then he gets that critical stacking up as well. And once he actually deals that critical damage, it does stack up, you guys. Please believe me. He gets the additional attack of 50%, and then he attacks are guaranteed to hit and perform crits when key is 24, of course. And then for every super attack received, he gets the additional attack of 50%. So with that being said, this guy is phenomenal. I would say it still depends on how you build up your team to get the full utilization out of his kit and what he can really do. But with that being said, AGL LR Jiren is definitely one of the top 10 characters in the game. Let me know down in the comments if you guys actually managed to pull him, what type of team builds you guys put together with him. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video, drop that subscribe if you are new here, and I will see you guys in the next Dokkan battle video. You guys take care and peace.